Another thing it's very important, I think, is when you've been dealing with a dentist and you'll be presented with a treatment plan, meaning you've got these things have been diagnosed as issues that should be resolved. Sometimes they're really obvious, like you've got a big abscess or they're missing a tooth. But the fact of the matter is that generally speaking, there's many ways to handle the situation. So let's say, for example, one tooth of yours needs a crown. It really should have a crown. If you don't, you have the risk of it breaking in half. Okay, well, then I tell the patient, well, you need to have a crown on that tooth. And the patient's, well, I can't afford it. Is there anything else I can do? I said, well, yes, there's a ton of other things you can do. There's many, many ways to manage that. Don't just, always present the best option, but don't present only that if that's not going to be able to work for them. As a total aside, I remember I was at one course down in the States, and this really big time speaker was talking to dentists about and staff about how to present things, and I remember he was saying this, if they have missing a tooth, present only the best options. And then I put my hand up and said, well, what about, I personally would think that you should give them, say, this is what you should do, but there are other ways to manage it. And actually he was pretty rude to me, and I was thinking, oh, that's interesting. I never want to be like that. I said, it's like, I remember the guy's name, but I won't say it, but it's like, that is one way I would never want to practice, because these are people we're dealing with, and everybody has their issues in life. They have things that are more important, and really, sometimes somebody going on a trip might really be more important than that crown, because they haven't been away with their children or their spouse for so long, and so everybody has their things. You need to respect that, and by doing that, you can give them options. But I'll always make sure I tell them what I think is the best option and why. That's, you just need to be honest, open, and thorough.